Hey guys, I put this over two Call of Duty videos that are half decent. The first one isn't quite so good, but the second one's alright. So yeah, please enjoy the video, and yeah. So Xbox just announced their new Xbox, which pretty much looks like the Xbox itself kind of looks like the Xbox Slim, just a little different. It's basically cut in half with the disk drive, and it looks like the power button. The controller pretty much looks exactly the same, except the guide button is on the top now on an extended part, which I don't know how well it's going to be, because I like the way the controller is now, because it's big bulkiness. The Kinect, I like the way the new Kinect looks, because the other one still seems like it's just like a prototype, and I'm glad they've updated it and all the stuff that they're going to do with it. So the specs for the new Xbox is it's going to have 8 cores and times 86 processors, which will make it easier to switch between games and like the other apps and entertainment itself inside the Xbox. I don't know why I said that. It'll have HDMI pass-through, which it'll connect your cable or satellite TV to your Xbox, so you don't have to switch back and forth between inputs and all that stuff. It'll have 8 gigabytes of RAM and 500 gigabytes of hard drive space, so it'll have double the Xbox Slim's hard drive space, I believe, and pretty much half a brand new computer's terabyte hard drive. And the 8 gigabytes of RAM will make it run faster. And we're finally getting Blu-ray. So everyone who's in the beginning who was crying about how the Xbox didn't get Blu-ray and the PS3 did, well, now we're getting it. So yeah. So some of the stuff about it is they said it will wake up instantly, which I'm not quite sure. So what they said about the Kinect previously, when you walk into the room, your Xbox will turn on and all that other stuff. So I wonder if that's what they mean by that. The split screen with apps looks pretty cool, where you could have like a Skype call going, and you can be watching TV or looking at another app or playing a game or something like that, which seems pretty cool and all that. But I don't know, there could be a downside to that, because why do you want to call your people from Xbox when you have a computer, or you could be using a phone or some shit like that, instead of using an Xbox for gaming or like a random app that's not on a PC or a phone or anything like that, or a Mac. Yeah. It says it's easy to navigate between games and apps and etc. and all that, so it'll make it faster and easier, because my Xbox is slow and it's only 2 years old and it's the Slim or something like that. So yeah, that all seems pretty cool. Xbox Live, the Gold will work on Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, which I think is pretty cool, because most people aren't going to have the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One right as it comes out, and if they do, their friends might not have it, so you could switch back and forth between things, which I think would be awesome and helpful. The living game tech they're talking about, it's basically the world keeps going as you're offline, your game keeps going, and things could happen in the game and change drastically and all that other stuff because of that. So it's like a real-time kind of thing going, so day-night cycle, all that. Maybe, I don't know, if you're selling something, I don't know, I'm just kind of relating it to like Warcraft or another MMO or something like that. It's like if you're selling something that sells, it just kind of pops into your stuff and all that. And if you switch out of a game, it'll, to like another app or answer a Skype call or something like that, it'll auto-resume from where you left off, which is, I think, is pretty cool, because I would hate, like, okay, hold on, I gotta pause the game, save it, finish this mission, yada yada, all that other stuff. Well, that's probably like 10, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that, that someone wouldn't want to be waiting, or you gotta do something or leave in that way. The update with the Kinect is it's going to have a 1080p camera, HD video, all that stuff for Skype and Kinect itself, which is pretty cool because it has one camera now instead of two cameras and a motion sensor and all that other stuff. Real Vision, which it will have a wider line of sight, so you don't have to have like a 6 to 10 foot play area, or you have to get the magnifier like some people have, or some people need to get because they have such a small room. And it has infrared, so it'll see you in the dark, so you can even play in the dark. So you won't have that problem where if you wear dark clothes, it won't recognize you, or is it if you wear? No, it's if you wear. I don't know. It's if you wear a certain type of clothing with the current Kinect, it won't recognize you, and it'll just think you're just like a hand and a head floating and all that other stuff. There's Real Motion now, which it'll track the slightest gesture, which I don't know. That's a positive and a negative thing because if you like slightly move your hand to hit your head, it could really mess something up. Multi microphones, so that whole like bottom bar of it is there to like isolate your voice. So if you have ambient noise, some other people talking and they say something like in the current Kinect, it'll pick up that sound and it'll go to the random page that you never even said a word of. So it'll like isolate your voice, and then it'll lower the sound from or it'll not block out the sound, but it'll like filter the sound from like your TV or something like that, because if you're like watching a movie and someone says pause, your Kinect currently might just pause your video or something like that. With the new controller, the thumbsticks are new, like updated. It's got like grip around the edges and it looks kind of concaved in the center. Vibrating impulse triggers, I read that and I was kind of confused on that. So it's like, is it just regular like vibrating with the normal controller, or is it like your fingers are gonna get like vibrated or shocked or something like that? The achievement system, I read this and it's like achievements will no longer confine to a single game. So like, what do I mean by that? Like you can earn an achievement from one game on a different game, but it has to be by the same studio or creator, or can it just be any random old game? Because that's kind of weird. And I guess I also read that it'll be adding more achievements dynamically through the life of the game, I guess. Which would be kind of cool if people start suggesting things. That'd be cool. User created achievements. And then, like, it has, like, a leaderboard and all that stuff. I saw that. And it tells you how many of your friends have gotten this achievement or a certain type of that and percentage and all that other stuff.
We've lost the advantage.
And then there's the new multiplayer matching kind of thing. It players based on skills, language, and reputation. I believe there's a reputation currently, which is the stars, but they really don't do a damn thing. They'll probably might do something because it'll make it like a positive kind of thing and for a player and let you actually play. Language, which isn't really a big deal. Well, it'd be cool for like someone in like a different country to like connect to someone with their own language if they're not American or if they're not from a certain language country and they have to stick with that certain country. They can connect with people across the world, which like language points and stuff. What else? Skill, yeah, it's just kind of a normal thing. You can multitask while the matchmaking is going on in the background, which I think is kind of interesting. Because like I saw that it was like you can play a game or watch TV or do any other app and stuff while it's still matchmaking in the background. Like, will it just like shut your thing off, or will it say, "Hey, your match is ready," or "We've matched you with certain people, go play," or like what would happen with that? And then the Xbox itself comes with a recording system. Well, not a recording system, but it records your latest gameplays, which I think is kind of cool because you miss, like, if you have like a crazy glitch or something happens and you completely miss it and you don't have a capture card or a recording device, or anything, that would be cool to like, since it said you could share with your friends, it'd be cool, like, you could show your friends all this stuff, and like, you tell people now, and they're like, yeah, you're a liar, unless you have like a recording device or something like that, which is, I think is pretty cool. Yeah, so the games that they announced with it was Forza 5, which is pretty cool, and the like screenshot or so on the video looked really cool. It, like, really updated the graphics and looked awesome. Of course, Call of Duty Ghost is going to be on it, because you need to have a hit Call of Duty title on your console to do very well and have it sell. And, yeah, all that other stuff. And Quantum Break, I don't know, I saw it was like, I'm not quite sure what that game is about. Like, I saw it looked kind of like a, I don't know, stealth game. Like, my video wasn't quite working out well, so I couldn't figure it out. And I think, I forget, there's one other game that was, like, really cool. I believe it's called, nope, that's a movie. Sorry, wrong thing. I don't know, but I remember it's, you're a hacker and you can, like, hack devices and anything, and hack, like, cars and all that other stuff, because that's like the first thing that's gonna actually really use the console to its main, like, potential, I guess you could call it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're gonna announce at E3, like during July and, or not July, wow, during June and all that, because I want to know what the release date is, because it looks very interesting. And I want to know more about it and what games that they're specifically coming out with for it, because it's, I don't know, it's Xbox, it's cool, I love Xbox. Xbox is fun, and that there's a lot of Xboxes in one phrase. So yeah, yeah, tell me what you thought about this, if you like it, if it's annoying, anything like that. Feedback's great. I would love it. Tell your friends, share it, post it, whatever the hell you want to do with it. Alright, see you guys.
Drop them. Enemy down.
Good job, SEALs. Stand by for further orders.